absolutely beautiful Libra friends, and welcome to your horoscope for October of 2021, where we're going to say happy birthday, Libra. Exciting times, birthday time. You're in your annual year, doing you, looking good, smelling right, getting some things together and in order for your next year. However you rolled out of your last year, whether it was a roll or you walked with your shoulders back, head high out of your last year, this is a new energy for you. So work it, own it, become accountable, look at the responsibility, look at your own voice and where you get to really put in on what Libra needs to be successful. This is my message for you at birthday time, and hopefully you'll feel that vibe as you're walking through October as well. And hopefully just on this channel and in this space, you're feeling the vibration of a community of people, Libra, who are gathering together around astrology, but we speak words of accountability. We speak words of growth and love and nurturing around here. So hopefully you're feeling that and you're encouraged to move in the ways and the directions you need to for your world to be successful. Now, Libra, another thing we've got going on this month that I think is really important besides your birthday, and that's the most important thing, is that we also have planets flying out of retrograde this month. Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and Mercury, who's retrograde in your sign, will all be coming direct. So it is a month where it is like, whoop, pivot. We have taken a change. We are going and ready to move forward. October, though, I want to be clear, I think is still a little bit more of a prep month as we get ready to move towards November. And then we've got forward motion, high legs up, and we are ready to do this. So as you're listening this month, think about where things may still be under review, even though you've done a lot of the review, you've done a lot of the research, you've done a lot of whatever. And now, though, as these energies come direct, you'll have this holding container where it's like, okay, I'm clear. I'm seeing how some of these things are going to get put together. I'm seeing these steps forward I need to make. Venus is going to help you getting into a social house. So just know that I think the big launch is next month, but this month you do have energetic favor, okay? Let's get in here and talk about what's going on this month. So right at the beginning of the month on the 6th, it is a busy, energetic day, so I want you to put that on your calendar, please, okay? When we get a busy, energetic day, we can start feeling that energy kind of a lot. So on the 6th, we're going to have a new moon happening in your sign, in your first house, the house of you, your identity, how you identify yourself, your external environments also, the way that you're expressing yourself from how you dress and you present yourself, your body itself, the shape, the fit, the flair of your body all come under this new moon energy. Now at the new moon, we're planting our seeds of intention to either begin something new. So this is the birthday present for you, right? It's the new moon that says, from the inside out, which direction do we feel prepared to go? Is it time to change the hair? Is it time to change the outfit? Is it time to move the couch around because we need a different energetic flow? What is it that you're asking for fresh perspective? Are you ready to step out in the world, own your voice in a different way? This is your new moon. Now, this particular moon is in conjunction with Mars, who's in Libra as well. So this is some movement. Now, here's the hang up, I think. This particular moon is conjunct Mars, but QUINCUNX, Uranus, who's over in Taurus. So it's like, I'm ready to step up, I'm ready to have my come out, but I can't quite see or make out under that QUINCUNX. I'm still having to make a lot of adjustments to see how to actually get it done. And that's okay. Plant your seeds of intention at this new moon and walk forward as if the universe has handed you the information on how to do it anyways. And I promise you, your next steps will unfold like little golden nuggets, okay? Now, also on the same day, we've got Pluto coming direct at 24 degrees of Capricorn. So this is in your 4th house space, okay? So the 4th house, home, family, real estate, property, your own psychological foundations, your parents, things in history, your genealogy, all of these things live in the 4th house space. Now, Pluto is not new to this area of your chart. It has been working here for 8 years. So this is not new information, what's coming up, okay? Pluto has said in the area of your home life, in the area of the healing of your past, in the area with your families and family ties and generational healing, generational gifts and lessons. We've got to do some healing. We have to adapt or die. We have to grow or we have to go. So whatever's been happening in your domestic zone around family, around those houses, around the land, around the property, around food, nourishment, nutrition, all of these things at a root level. If you've not been nurtured, or this area needed to be nurtured in a different way, Pluto has been making that change. Now, as Pluto is coming out of this retrograde, I think you know. This is when you know that you have phoenixed a little bit. I believe with my whole everything, Libra, at this point in the month, you're going to know as you walk forward that I'm different in some way. Maybe you can't even identify what it is, but it's like I'm shifted. I'm shifted a bit, and there's more space for me and what I think and what I believe and how to own my space, right? Like these things are going to become real, I think, realities in your foundations, all right? Now on the 7th, we've got Venus entering into the energy of Sagittarius, so this will light up your 3rd house space all the way until November 5th. Venus in the 3rd house is a magnet. It acts as a magnet to Sagittarius, optimism, new viewpoints, new philosophies, expanding those horizons. And in the 3rd house, you're talking, you're communicating. You know, maybe you're wanting to buy that house, sell that house. Are you selling property? You know, are you an agent who lives in one place but you're also selling in another? Are you a person who lives one place but you also want to buy another piece of property? You know, do you sell things on the internet? Anything that has to do with publishing, marketing, broadcasting. This is a great way for you to be talking, communicating, putting something out. And Venus is going to magnetize this area. So if you need friends, you need the book deals, you need the brochures made, you need the education, you need the right course, you need networking events to come to you. Venus is going to help to actualize this energy into you. Now, the other thing I think Venus does brilliantly in the 3rd house is help to smooth communications. If you've got to do some negotiations and things like that, Venus is going to be very much so a helper here. Now, I would tell you, I don't think it's wise to sign any brand new contracts or any new business deals that start right now. I think it's best, if you can, to let them wait. Unless you have Mercury retrograde natally in your chart, then you are good to go. But the rest of us, we need to wait a little bit until Mercury comes out of retrograde. But again, trust your intuition, trust your internal alignment. But what you sign and what you start right now, if it's brand new, just expect to go back over it in the next couple months. It doesn't make it bad, but it means expect a review, okay? On the 10th, we've got Saturn coming out of retrograde in the energy of Aquarius at 6 degrees of Aquarius. Now, this energy lights up your 5th house space. So in the 5th house, as Saturn came in last March 2020, gave you a preview of what was going on in this 5th house space: children, romance, hobbies, your self-expression, speculation, investments, any of those kinds of things, joy, a genuine expression of your own joy. What makes Libra Libra? This has been an expression that has been working on. Now, you got a sneak peek of it March of 2020. December of 2020, Saturn fully moves into Aquarius, where you had been owning your maturity, especially your spiritual maturity in this particular area. Saturn's been delivering the accolades. It's been delivering, yeah, good job, you did the work here, you're really getting it. But it also showed you in this Aquarian vibration where you weren't quite keyed in to the vibration the way you needed to. And Saturn will work to spiritually mature you by tweaking the vibe just a little bit. And usually what it feels like is, ooh, that is uncomfortable, right? Or, oh, I've leveled up. I've got this new thing in my life. I've got to take on advanced level of maturity, new skill in the game, right? But the other thing that I think that Saturn has done for you that you can honor and own this month is it has allowed you to take authority, to author your own life. What do you have to say? What brings you joy? Where are you able to own that? Where are you able to give that so that it comes back to you threefold, Libra? This is a wonderful use of this Saturnian energy. And if something that you had to do was, you launched out a business, or you're thinking about a business or something like that, as Saturn opens up, it's an outer planet. So it also will open up energetically the space in the world for you to become a little bit more successful and grow with that adventure, okay? On the 18th, other busy day, I want you to circle it on the calendar. We've got Jupiter coming out of retrograde at 22 degrees of Aquarius. So again, in that 5th house, going to help you expand out. Now it's like, okay, let's go. We've got the experience. We've done some learning. We've had some teachers come into our space. Let's expand out in this particular area. For some of you, it will look like children are ready to go to that next level of education. For you, it'll look like you're ready to go to that next level. But also Mercury is coming out of retrograde in your sign at 10 degrees. So check that on your chart. Where is that at? What's it in contact with? You want to be specific, especially since it's your sign that it's coming out of retrograde in. Now, as Mercury is coming out of retrograde, sign the contracts, start the new deals. You can do any of that kind of stuff. I always recommend that you give Mercury a couple days to have his cosmic coffee, wake up, get his life together before you're putting all of these demands of gimme, gimme, gimme out there. So maybe just give him a couple days to wake up. But as Mercury is out of retrograde in your sign, I think you've spent the last 3 weeks, if not longer, doing some rethinking about who's Libra. Thinking about that voice of Libra. Thinking about what Libra's thinking about. Right? When's the last time you thought about what you think about? This is a perfect time that Mercury retrograde may have done some revisions there. And it also could be just basic first house things as well. You've decided, I am ready to present myself to the world like this. I am ready to speak to the world like this. I am ready to hear the world like this. And hopefully you develop some sacred ears in this retrograde. On the 18th, we're on the 20th, we're going to have a full moon in the energy of Aries, so right across the street in that 7th house. The full moon says we need to end something, acknowledge something, or make an adjustment. There's a shift, a course correct. But all the lights are on in the sky, so what you're seeing is what it is, right? In the energy of Aries, in your relationships, Libra. Conscious chosen one-on-one relationships. If it's time for a relationship to go, and that includes, Libra, the relationship of you with you. You are at your annual birthday time. If the old Libra version of you is not working out, it is okay. Thank that version of you. Let it go. Thank it though. It did as much as it could for you, and now it's just time to get different. It's not like, ooh, I just have to get rid of the old me. Thank that version. That version did as much work as it could do for you, right? And that was the best that you had at the time. And now you can come to this next place that you're ready for. But if the relationship of you with you is not in alignment, then if you can't be with you, how are you going to be with anybody else? And this includes business as well, right? If you don't know how to handle you, you will struggle in these other relationships. And the last thing I think any of us want to do, Libra, is cut ourselves off from the genuine medicine and healing that relationships can bring into our lives, right? You don't want to find out that you harmed the person or the opportunity that was coming to bring your healing. Right? So we're going to look at this under the full moon. Where do you need to be Aries in terms of being not just that fierce initiating warrior, but also that sacred gardener, growing these relationships? Where are you ready to have some significant relationships in your life that you are going to take responsibility for owning your part autonomously and also allowing that person to do their thing so you can really experience the interdependence of relationships, where you can look in these relationships and say, okay, what am I bringing to the table? What are they bringing to the table? And this is romance, business, friendship, you with your creator, even with your open enemies. If you got law cases going, if you have people you don't like that you can't seem to get along with, whatever the situation is, Libra, look into that. Right? Look into that. What is going on under this full moon that you can initiate a different relationship in those spaces that allows you to be free, okay? On the 23rd, we're going to see the sun moving into the energy of Scorpio, and on the 30th, we're going to see Mars moving into the energy of Scorpio. Now, this is just next door for you, just right here. And so this is going to light up your second house. Money. The way you make money, what you do with your money, that budget, those resources, your values and ideas, your money mind frame lives here as well. But also the values you carry for yourself. What is your self-esteem? And we have to remember that it is self self-esteem. Like Cat Williams said, it is self-esteem. So how do you feel about you? Do you like you? Do you like what you do? Do you like how you do what you do? These are questions that I think in the energy of Scorpio, it's not just about making money, but these are the questions we get prompted to ask ourselves and to explore. As we'll get ready to also travel through the rest of Scorpio season, which will happen in November. But the Sun and Mars here are going to have you motivated and give you some cosmic support in a financial arena or a financial area of your life to boost that or adjust that as is needed, okay? All right, my beautiful Libras, have a beautiful birthday. I can't wait to see what's manifesting for you. Even as you listen to this forecast, what's popping up for you? What's coming to your consciousness? And as you're going through the month, come back, check in, come see about me. I want to know what's changing for you. How are you changing? We've got some big transits going on right now. We're in a world that is changing. And how are you finding your space in your own heart within this, okay? All right, my beautiful Libra friends, I love you a ton, and I'll see you next month. Bye.